Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we have an exciting journey planned as we explore the mysteries of the sixth planet in the solar system, Saturn. The history of Saturn's observations is a fascinating journey through the evolution of telescopic technology and the advancement of scientific knowledge. For, although known since antiquity, it kept its mystery until the invention of the telescope. Saturn was already visible to the naked eye, appearing as a bright star in the night sky. However, in-depth observations occurred in the early 17th century when Galileo Galilei, in 1610, pointed his homemade telescope at Saturn. In doing so, he made a remarkable discovery. He observed that Saturn was not an ordinary star but had ears, or lateral appendages. These intriguing features were, in fact, the rings of the planet. However, due to the limitations of the optical quality of telescopes at the time, Galileo could not discern the true nature of the rings, and they remained an enigma. It was only in 1655, nearly half a century after Galileo's initial observations, that the Dutch astronomer Christian Huygens used a more advanced telescope. With this improved optical instrument, Huygens made a discovery that marked a significant point in the history of astronomy. He clearly revealed Saturn's rings, understanding their true nature and structure. Through his observations, he unraveled the mystery that had puzzled astronomers for generations. The planet has a diameter of about 120,536 kilometers and takes approximately 29.5 Earth years to complete an orbit around the Sun. Saturn has an atmosphere rich in hydrogen and helium, with notable features such as the famous hexagonal storm at its north pole, a unique formation in the solar system. Saturn is a gas giant, the second largest planet in our solar system, known for its impressive rings. These rings are primarily composed of ice and dust particles ranging in size from grains of sand to several meters. These particles are distributed along several concentric bands around the planet, forming a flat structure that orbits Saturn. The origin of the rings is believed to be related to various processes, such as collisions between moons and comets, as well as the disintegration of rocky or icy objects that came too close to Saturn and were shattered by its intense gravity. The classification of its rings is based on Greek alphabet letters, with the main ones being rings A, B, and C. Ring A is the outermost of the three main rings, while ring B is the brightest, and ring C is an inner, more diffuse band. The structure of the rings is complex, with divisions, gaps, and denser regions. For example, the Cassini division is a notable gap between rings A and B. Another interesting feature is the presence of small shepherd moons that orbit close to the rings and help maintain their shape and stability. Saturn has small shepherd moons like Prometheus and Pandora, which interact with the rings. These moons keep the particles in specific orbits and help create noticeable divisions. In addition to the main rings, Saturn has outer, fainter rings such as rings F, G, and E. These rings are primarily composed of ice particles but also contain dust and rock in smaller quantities. The brightness of Saturn's rings varies along their length. Some stretches of the rings are thinner due to a higher density of particles, while other areas may appear darker due to less dense regions. The ring particles are not static objects. They are in constant motion, colliding with each other and forming complex wave and spiral patterns. One of the most remarkable contributions to the study of Saturn was the Cassini-Huygens mission, a collaboration between NASA, the European Space Agency, and the Italian Space Agency. Launched in 1997, the Cassini spacecraft orbited Saturn for nearly 20 years, providing a vast amount of data and images about the planet and its rings. Saturn's rings, like a majestic crown, continue to intrigue and enchant observers worldwide. Thus, the planet's history is a lesson in the perseverance of human curiosity and the relentless desire to unravel the secrets of the cosmos. Thanks to visionaries like Galileo Galilei and Christian Huygens, Saturn has gone from being an enigma to becoming one of the jewels in the crown of our solar system, inspiring us to continue exploring and discovering the wonders of the universe. We hope you've enjoyed this space exploration. If so, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting space content. Now, if you want to learn a bit more about space, this time by analyzing our planet from a new perspective, check out the video appearing on your screen now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.